jury selection process in the Dr. Teresa Sievers murder trial. Today, the first defendant to be put on trial, Jimmy Rogers, watched as his attorneys, the prosecutors, and the judge were questioning more potential jurors. Four in Your Corner has team coverage of this case. We'll go right to my co-anchor, Jane Monreal. She is in downtown Fort Myers, now inside the Lee County Courthouse with this part of our coverage. Jane?
Yeah, Patrick, with all that rain coming down outside, we had to move it from our makeshift set outside of the courthouse. We are inside the Lee County Courthouse, and it has been a long week. That first week last week for potential jurors, we are on to the second week, and it is proving to be another long week. We are not even in the third phase of questioning. Let's bring in Four in Your Corner, Sandra Rodriguez, who has been in the courtroom since the beginning. So what stood out today, Sandra?
Well, today was pretty quiet, same questions as Thursday and Friday, just continuing with that second phase questioning. Although today one of the potential jurors was a no-show, but it turns out it was just she got confused on the times and she's going to come back tomorrow at 8:30.
Okay, so not too much happened this morning. What was the cause for delays?
There was just a lot of hearings in the judge's docket. Had to go through all of that before they could even continue with the jury selection. Although Mark Sievers was in court this morning, just as a trial call in, just standard checking in to make sure everything is going according to plan.
What did you notice about his demeanor in the courtroom then?
It was very brief. He was in there maybe 2 minutes and just quiet, just in his prison uniform, but besides that, just very quick.
Okay, and then how much longer do they expect jury selection to take?
Well, we still have 13 more potential jurors going until tomorrow for that second phase of questioning, so it could go until Thursday, Friday.
All right, very good. Thank you, Sandra. So we'll talk to you again tomorrow. In the meantime, I want to bring in now our legal expert, Dr. Pam C. She is the law professor from Florida Gulf Coast University. And Pam, we have seen the judge really be compassionate when it comes to these potential jurors. Some of them have expressed their concern. Some of them have been very emotional in the courtroom. Does this encourage other potential jurors to be more upfront about their reservations?
Actually, it could, and perhaps it should, because you want your jurors to be upfront now so that there is not an issue later on during the trial or afterwards, because you want them to be honest about how they feel about the death penalty, about whether or not they would be able to impose it if this gentleman is found guilty.
As the process is going through, do you think some people may start expressing their distress about maybe trying to get out of jury duty at this point?
It's possible, yes, but more likely than not, having gotten to this point in the trial, these people are pretty committed to saying, I want to do my civic duty. This is important, and they are willing to do it, and they have demonstrated that by persisting and staying through the process this far.
And these juries are only going to have to decide on the death penalty if the defendant is convicted. So does asking the potential jurors about the death penalty get them thinking the defendant is already guilty?
Well, that is one of the concerns that the defense will have. And I've noticed that he has been asking many questions to make sure and saying, well, we recognize that our client is not guilty. We believe him to be innocent. But if something should happen, we want to make sure that. So they're trying to make it clear that we're not saying he's guilty, but if it gets to that point, we want you to be open to all possibilities and not just one.
Thank you. Appreciate your insight as always, Pam. Pam C. from FGCU. And again, this trial could take up to several weeks. So Fox 4 is your station for everything about Teresa Sievers, the murder trial. Right now, we are going to be keeping you updated inside the courtroom with Sandra, as well as outside recapping the day's events. You can keep up with the trial on fox4now.com or going to our app, Fox 4 News app.